Unfortunately, this is what humanity used to mean until Western imperialism and colonialism replaced it with supremacy and capitalism. Humanity used to mean that somebody figures something out and it's good for everyone. For example, variolation was developed in Africa, and from there, Africans taught it to Asians, Asians taught it to Europeans, and it was introduced to North America by an enslaved African named Onesimus, and it saved a lot of people worldwide from dying of smallpox. So let's take a closer look at that. An enslaved African named Onesimus taught the technology of variolation to his enslaver because they lived in Boston, and a lot of people, mostly the enslavers of his own people, were dying of smallpox. So why would Onesimus do that? They didn't know about variolation. He could have kept that information to himself and simply let them die. But he didn't, because humanity means that when somebody figures something out, it's good for everyone. Except Western imperialism and colonialism meant that Europeans, claiming superiority on the basis of their skin color, went around the world using violence and dishonesty to claim that they had discovered what other people had figured out. And they asserted various methods of control to prevent what other people had figured out from being good for everyone. Because if it's one thing that the Europeans did invent all on their own, it's the patent system. And the patent system is colonialism for intellectual property. It is a system that ensures that when somebody figures something out, it is not good for everyone unless they are paying. Because another thing that Europeans invented is capitalism, and capitalism values profit over personhood. So capitalism replaced humanity in the motivation for people figuring things out, no longer being the good that it does everyone, rather it being the profit that it generates. For example, when variolation was eventually adapted into vaccination, vaccines were denied to African nations. And that is not human nature, that is white supremacy in capitalism. So my content is useful to people who want to dismantle those systems of oppression exactly so we can return to humanity, where the motivation for our work is the benefit that it confers upon everybody. Whereas for people like you, my content is not only useless, it's dangerous because you want to continue benefiting from systems of oppression.